the rear brake wedge. If this does not move freely in this bore, you will get one shoe that tries to engage and the other one doesn't want to. This is made to make the rear brakes as a semi-floater, or floater if you want. But this doesn't go in here and move, then and fall out. You're not gonna get anything of anything for good braking on mechanical brakes at all. So that's my tip and trick. So let's put all this together and clean it up and make things happen. So I normally take a little 3-in-1, run this through the bore. And what that does is it gets to where it's really nice and clean and slick. It's got a good amount of movement, no impediment. So that said, all right. So I've watched people fight with this spring right here. So, I mean, you gotta put these into this bore, which puts a little bit of pressure on there. But I found that if you do shoes like this, don't hook anything up yet, just kind of bring that in there, and you can, just like that. Makes your life a whole lot easier. Which, taking care of making your stuff work right, being easier to put back together is key. So, with that said, we're gonna go ahead and put on this bottom shoe first, which I just put the spring on. Make sure your rollers are good and clear. They move good. You want these things to be very smooth. You also want to inspect all of these for any kind of damage, burr, wear spot. If there is a wear spot, it will not work right, just FYI. So, but I'm gonna get you up here. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this one and drop it in there. So that gets on that wedge on the back side. Like that. So then, whenever we decide to drop our handy dandy adjuster in, it drops in there, it holds it up so it doesn't fall out on you, number one. So, and then we do the same thing with the top pad, which I'm gonna put y'all down for a little bit. So we'll take spring, hook it, and then we will just like that. The wedge is in there. You can see all 4 rollers spin freely. And then the cool part is whenever it's engaged, this thing can go up or down as need be. So a lot of people put the equalization blocks in the front, which I've got on this car. And then the rears, you don't need to because it's already got this. So, but that is a reshoed together 32 to 38 rear brake drum. So hopefully this helps somebody putting their stuff together. So take a little 3-in-1 oil, put it in the spots that are supposed to move. Wipe up the excess. We're just trying to get a little coating in there and just kind of helps things stay good and golden. I've got grease on the roller track back here. I've got grease inside the adjuster. So I mean, I just put a little 3-in-1 oil just to kind of keep everything a little extra lube. A little light lube along with that heavy lube seems to help. So let's clean the brake down first. That's why we do that. Any kind of coating of oils and grease on the inside of a brake drum can make your pads be too grabby and grippy, and then they can also cause brake lock. Brake lock sucks. So what we're doing here is we're just trying to get all the residue off the inside of the brake drum, and once we do that, let me see, I'm gonna have to get another paper towel because that's just atrocious. So, I will say this. You're working on this early Ford stuff. Just getting into it. Get you one of these Mitchell hub pullers. which, you know, they go on there like that, and then you're supposed to hit the end. I've always found that tightening these two up right here, that it just automatically comes loose. But this right here is where it's at for just getting your hubs on and off, because once you sink these on this axle shaft, it's a pain in the ass. They get on there and they do what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to grab and supposed to get on there. So we're gonna check that our brake shoes are free of any debris. Check on the back side of my finger because it's not dirty. Everything feels good. Should be golden. So I like to do, you can see my axle key is right there. So I always like to look down inside the drum and find out where that axle key is, and then just kind of know where I'm going before I get there. So I'm gonna push this, kind of do a little rock. And then, just like that, that's back on there. So let's throw this back together. We'll torque that down once we get the wheel and tire on it, and go from there. So, this will brake drum R&R for you. Wheels and tires back on. And yeah, so catch you on the next one.